Adetoun's life had been a painful tapestry woven with threads of suffering and resilience. Born in the bustling streets of Adetoun, her parents died in a tragic car accident when she was just 5. Left to fend for herself, she was passed from one uncaring relative to another until she found herself on the streets at the age of 15. Survival demanded sacrifices, and the harsh world soon introduced her to a life she had never imagined: prostitution. For years, Adetoun endured the shame and pain of her lifestyle, masking her sorrow with a charming smile. Despite her circumstances, she was intelligent and strikingly beautiful, traits that earned her many admirers. Yet, deep within her, a longing for love, stability, and redemption simmered. Her life changed one fateful night when she stumbled into a church during a crusade. The preacher's words pierced her soul, and tears flowed freely down her cheeks as she fell to her knees, crying out for forgiveness. That day marked the beginning of her transformation. She renounced her old life, embraced her faith, and became a born-again Christian. Adetoun worked tirelessly to rebuild her life, taking on small jobs and gradually saving enough to start a modest business. Her beauty and grace, now imbued with dignity, caught the attention of Adewale, a wealthy entrepreneur. Despite her past, Adewale fell deeply in love with her. He admired her resilience and saw the woman she had become rather than the one she used to be. They married in a grand ceremony, and for 2 years, their life was blissful. However, their joy was marred by their inability to conceive. Adewale's mother and siblings, traditional and highly critical, began to sow seeds of discord. "She's barren," his mother sneered during a family meeting. "A woman like that cannot give us an heir. You should have listened when we warned you against marrying her." Though Adewale initially defended Adetoun, the relentless pressure from his family began to erode his resolve. Slowly, he grew distant and cold, lashing out at her in ways she never expected. Adetoun endured the insults and mistreatment, praying fervently for a miracle. Amidst her suffering, Adetoun met Olumide, a business magnate who was both charming and compassionate. Their paths crossed during a charity event she organized for her church. Olumide was immediately drawn to her intelligence and poise. Over time, he became a source of comfort, treating her with the respect and love she had been denied in her marriage. One day, Adewale finally agreed to visit a fertility clinic after months of persuasion. The results were shocking. He was diagnosed with azoospermia, rendering him unable to father children. The revelation shook him to his core. For years, he had allowed his family to humiliate Adetoun, believing she was the problem. Guilt consumed him, but instead of seeking reconciliation, he sank deeper into bitterness, blaming her for his misfortune. Adetoun, tired of the abuse and neglect, confided in Olumide, who urged her to consider her happiness and well-being. "You deserve to be loved, cherished, and respected, Adetoun," he told her. His words lingered in her mind, and after much prayer and reflection, she made a bold decision. Adetoun left Adewale and filed for a divorce. Though it was a scandalous move in her community, she stood firm, knowing it was the right choice. Olumide proposed to her shortly after, promising to love and protect her for the rest of her life. Their marriage was nothing short of blissful. Olumide showered her with unconditional love and treated her like a queen. Together, they built a family, welcoming 4 beautiful children, 2 boys and 2 girls. Adetoun's past became a distant memory, replaced by a life filled with joy, purpose, and gratitude. On the other hand, Adewale lived the rest of his life in regret, allowing his family influence him negatively, treating Adetoun the way he did, and letting a good woman like her go without trying to make it work took a toll on him, one he never recovered from. Moral lessons we can learn from this beautiful story is that redemption is possible. No matter how dark one's past may be, change and redemption are achievable with determination and faith. Secondly, love should be unconditional. True love sees beyond flaws and embraces a person for who they are. Thirdly, family influence should be balanced. Allowing external pressures to dictate personal relationships can lead to regret and heartache. Fourthly, respect and dignity in marriage. Every spouse deserves to be treated with respect and kindness, regardless of circumstances. And finally, happiness is a choice. Walking away from toxic relationships is sometimes necessary to find true peace and fulfillment.
Thanks for watching.